morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, Becky D in the morning. Coming back alive to you again this morning. Ready to conquer the rest of this week without second thought. Hopefully, on yesterday, you had some time to think about your self-worth. Hopefully, you had a chance to really sit down and meditate and focus on it. Get some things that, through to you that you realize that, I let that person treat me like that when I shouldn't have. Stuff like that. Maybe in your current relationships, you were like, man, I let that dude be mean to me for no reason, and I wasn't even worth all that. So, hopefully you getting some good, and you realizing some bad things too. Because all the time we go searching for good, not realizing the bad is out there. We can't negate the bad, okay? It's out there, it's present, it's real. And what we have to do is take it and not technically live with it, but understand that we can take good and mold it into something beautiful as long as you keep working at it. And sometimes you just gotta know, if it's toxic people, you just gotta know when to cut them off.
Excuse me.
Today, I want to continue talking about people. Specifically, okay? Hopefully I word this right. But never allow someone to be your priority when you are their option. Okay? Like I said, hopefully I worded that right, but pretty much in a nutshell, don't allow to make someone a priority in your life and you nothing but an option. You just if they had to circle you out of a choice, they're like, oh nah, she's third option, Don't do that. You stand up and let them know that, look it, you are a priority in my life. You're the first thing in my life. How do I dare come fifth in yours? But that lets you know. That lets you know if they all in or not, okay? To me, it's beautiful when two people are all in for each other. It's so beautiful. But reality does set in, and you have to understand, we don't live in a perfect world. So some people can say they're all in, but in reality, they're not. And like I said, we don't live in a perfect world, so it's going to happen. But you do have to understand that the 80-20 rule, if you don't believe it's true, I would advise you to do some research in your own life. There's nobody out there who can truly give you 100%. And if they do, keep them. Hold on to them. They are rare. Let me know about them so we can put them in a museum and a World's Guinness World Record. But you'll still find out there's some things that you really wanted in a relationship or a marriage that they are still lacking in. And you gotta, you don't have to live with it. If you want to find it, you can. Some people believe in, they're called thruples, where you add a third person into your marriage. Again, that's polygamy. So if you don't believe in that, that's 100% cool. But that's something that a lot of people have been experiencing with. So they find somebody who can fill the void that their spouse or partner cannot give them. And they say that, hey, it saved my marriage. And hey, it did this. And, it's something that has been rewarding and fulfilling to them. I'm not going on a is it right spiritually thing or anything like that. I'm just saying that's something that someone has tried and it has worked for them. Okay? It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. And like I said, I'm not the one sitting here advocating for it and just throwing my signs up and everything. I'm just saying I've explored into it, done some research. A lot of people are actually trying it to save their marriages, to save their relationships. And they say that it's actually working. It says that it has been a great benefit to them. And so, if they're finding something to make their marriage work, who am I to say, oh no? Why do we allow so many extra external sources to get into our relationships, into our marriages? If it's between two consenting adults and they decide to add in another consenting adult, why are we as humans trying to get into their mix? Honestly, walking down the street, you would never know. You would never absolutely know. That's okay, I'm not gonna go on that rampage, but truly, we let too much get into our personal lives that shouldn't even be there. The same way we let too many people into our personal lives that should have never been invited in. But you don't know until you know. And that's truly a phrase that you have to understand as well. Sometimes you really don't know until you know. There may be a friend out there who has dealt with that person, and they be like, oh no, child, don't fool up with Tommy. Tommy, listen to that friend, because they may know something. Take it for face value. Don't just think they're trying to keep you out of a relationship. Now, there are a few friends who has done that. They're like, oh no, child, don't talk to that person. Just to find out they really like that person. And then, you all had that one friend that was, yeah. And they was low-key mad because that person didn't like them. Talk about it. But the thing is, when you have put somebody up as a priority in your life, it hurts. It hurts when you find out you're not a priority in theirs. So you're probably thinking, how do I figure out if I'm a priority in my loved one's life? How do I find out if I'm a priority in anything? It's simple. Negate yourself. Take yourself away from them. Okay? Simply say, hey, all right, cool. I'm not going to text you for 24 hours. If they not one time call the police. Now, if they text you and it's this long text about how concerned they are and they really wish you'll answer the phone and it's long, heartfelt stuff, then yeah, I would probably text back. But I would make them sweat. Like, you gotta make them sweat. Because if a relationship is one-sided, and believe it or not, the relationships I see, they are truly one-sided. That's stressful. It's filled with burdens and, oh gosh, it's so tiresome and draining and, I don't see how people do it. Oh gosh. I'm so glad I got out of my one-sided relationship. It was like I was doing everything. And see, when people say I'm doing everything, that doesn't necessarily mean paying all the bills, people. Let's be clear. Does not mean you're paying all the bills. Alright? That's a guy's natural reaction. He'd be like, but I was paying all the bills. Okay. Who took care of the kids? Who cleaned the house after your dirty behind every day? Who went to school, went to work, went to this, went to that, PTA meetings and all this other stuff, and still turned around and had to take care of you? I will never negate the amount of work any wife, live-in girlfriend, housewife, whatever the case may be, does at the end of the day. You women are truly valued by me. And there's some house husbands. Let me not leave them out, because the amount of work that you have to put in as a caretaker is tasking on the body. Okay? So if your significant other does not treat you to a you day, spa day, a hey baby, let's dump the kids on somebody else and go day, I might check. I'll call them out on it. I'll be like, look, I need a day. You deal with the kid. But you have to voice it and let it be known. Okay? Just putting that out there. So you have to find pretty much your medium in happiness in life. Okay? Because again, we settle too much. We settle way too much. We be like, well, Bill just got that new job and I don't want to seem like I'm being, too much of a burden. No, you're his priority. So he says. Make him show you how much a priority you are and be like, Bill, I understand you just started this new job, but it'll really be helpful if I was just able to get away for a weekend. You know, I'm not asking for you to pay anything, even if, you know, he should be offering, but I'm just saying, you don't even have to ask him for his money. You be like, look here, I just need a weekend away because, you know, the kids, they've all been sick. I feel like I'm coming down with something, and I just really need a break. It's okay to need a break. It is more than okay. In relationships, I have truly, honestly, never believed in a break in a relationship. But sometimes I realize that breaks are good. Breaks are good. So even me, on my self-reflection, I have had to realize that I need to change my thinking on a few things. So, you know, taking some breaks in past relationships has helped because, again, they're past relationships. I was able to open my eyes and see, oh, you're not good for me. So, you know, realizing that, you know, they say I was their priority, but their actions proved different and otherwise. Okay. Also remember to take things to face value. All right. Because when a person really shows you themselves, oh, buddy, you better believe it. They'll say, oh, you know, they were intoxicated. Oh, boy, y'all. I hate to tell you this, but intoxicated? What does that really matter in the situation? Me, I'm the same all the way around. Okay? All the way around. No matter what it is. Then my favorite line is, they've been very stressed at work. So what? You've been very stressed at home. You've been very stressed at work. What, we don't have stressors in our life? Please help me realize if we don't have stress in our lives that our significant others shouldn't be realizing. I'm just saying. If that's the case, then I understand stress can only be felt by one person per relationship. And we'll start advertising and marketing that and letting the counselors know for relationship counseling that this is now a new factor and this is what it needs to be. Stop making excuses for people. Okay? They make enough excuses for themselves. Go think about it today. Are you a priority in the person whose life you're trying to become a part of? Are you a priority in their life? Are you simply just an option? Do what I said do. Make them sweat a little bit. Make them think that, oh, you know, you really don't care and whatnot. Even if it's just your friend. Just a friendship. You can test it like that. See who's really there, who really got your back in a time of need. And don't turn around and say, oh, no, it's cool. No, I hate when people say that. Oh, gosh. But it's time we focus on that, and it's time we really start to think about that. Because I see so many people out here, they get hurt, and they get, you know, down on themselves, and just all those mental and psychological things that they have to go through to pretty much reverse everything that has been done. So that's what I'm saying. Find out now. Stop waiting. What are we waiting on? Are we waiting on 2030? Like, just do it now. We push so many things off, okay? And one of my favorite quotes, and I got to make sure I post it, it says, you said tomorrow yesterday. So, other words, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for another big kaboom? Or are you waiting for, you know, better in your life? Just, you sometimes have to make things happen in your life. So stop waiting. Start doing. Okay? Live out those action words. Live out those verbs. In school, we teach verbs all day, but we don't even live it for the kids. At home, you're trying to teach them all the parts of a sentence, but you don't even live the verbs before them. How do they know verb and love is an action verb, is an action word, is a verb, if we don't show love? If we're not the example for these kids, how will they ever know? We're raising up a generation that is blinded by the dumb light that we cast. Show them what love is. Show them what responsibility is. Show them what accountability is. Show them what a loving relationship that may have problems is. And talk them through it. Don't say, oh, you know, it's not your fault. Don't start with that. Just simply let them know I love you. Okay? You're too young, if they are too young, to understand why daddy and I are arguing, or mommy and I are arguing. But I wanted to let you know we're okay, and we're going to be okay. And we're going to make sure that we hold ourselves accountable to holding up you in our relationship. Okay? So find that way, all right? I'm sorry to go off on a tangent and a rant and stand on my soapbox, but if nobody else says it, I'm going to be real with you and I'm going to say it. You guys, that's been my time. My name is Becky D in the morning. I will see you all tomorrow morning. I love you all, okay? I'm going to live out my verb, okay? I'm living out my verb this week, actually. So if nobody else listens to this podcast, send me your Cash App, okay? Send me your Cash App. Go to my Facebook page. Message it to me, okay? Send me your Cash App. I'm going to see how many people do this. How many people listen to this podcast. Make sure you do it, friends. I love you all. My name is Becky D in the morning. I'll see you tomorrow.